La dee 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 doo. Dee, 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 doo. Hey, this is Tony, also known as Blessed Brother,
This is Angie, blessed sister.
and today we got a great topic for you. The topic is
Additional lessons from the Happy Life Conference.
additional lessons from the Happy Life Conference.
Okay.
And so Angie, as you guys know, she went to a special retreat last weekend where she got a lot of information from ladies who are blessed not only financially but spiritually and physically and just in every area of life. And she came back with distinctions that she is consented to share with you. So with that being the case, take it away, honey.
It was not a retreat. It
What
was
was
an
it?
advance.
Okay,
It was
that's
a
right.
conference.
There's a conference,
It was
advance.
fancy.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure this is going to work out the way it's looking with the Facebook Live, but we'll just continue.
There you go.
All right, so get ready. Turn to chapter of the first chapter of Kings, chapter 18.
Okay.
First book of Kings, chapter 18. Wow, I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. No. All right, so this is pretty interesting. This is all about wavering. And imagine you were up against a pretty large nation and at least thousands and thousands out to see you. And you have to prove God is true. What would you do?
Good question. While you're doing that, two things. Number one, let me do this. Hey Siri, pause. One of the things we have in our house is we have music going in our house all the time, and we have a home pod. So throughout the house, I can yell to my home pod, "Hey, Siri,
Don't
pause."
say it.
And if I say that, then the music stops so that it's not in the background, the music and the thing, so you can hear her. Number two, if you like insights like this and you like what we're throwing down, go to blessedbrother.com and learn how you can join a team. We just had a gentleman join our team who lives all the way in Vietnam.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
it's so wild because he's sending me messages when he's waking up, and that's when about the time I'm going to sleep. But I woke up this morning and he had joined the team, and we're fired up about helping him succeed, and he's fired up about succeeding. So that's pretty awesome. Blessedbrother.com to find out what we're doing. All right, please continue.
So you are up against a ton of people, and you have to prove that God is true. God is God, that he exists. So you come up with a plan for the side that's on the non-God side for an idol, which was Baal in that day, and you have the same challenge. And so many of you probably have already read it. It's in chapter 18 of the first book of Kings. And Elijah, who was up against the prophets of Baal, who were 450 of them, but there was also a whole host of other people. And he had to prove that God was true. So he made the challenge about the sacrifice. And then when it came to his turn, he had all this stuff to make it kind of like impossible, because he truly wanted to prove whose side he was on. And that's what you have to do in today's world, because we are so bombarded with a wealth of information out there. People saying you should do this or you should do that, or you should go this way or you should go that way. You should be this, you should be that. You know what it is in society. Look at the news. Look at social media. It's all over the place. But you have to choose whose side you're on. And so this is the challenge that Elijah set out to say, you can't waver. You have to make a choice. You're going to follow God or you're not. And so that's what he was up against. And in our culture today, it's so easy to try to fit in. Not that it's easy to fit in, but it's easy to try to fit in with all the trends and latest things that come out and, all of the stuff out there. So what we want to do is say, one of the messages that came out of the sermon that was at the Happy Life Conference was, we can't normalize with the culture that is so morally corrupt. You can't do it. And we weren't called to fit in. Blessed brother, so many people try to fit in with what's going on out there, and you could run yourself crazy trying to do that. But we have to have a standard, and that's God's standard, that we are not trying to fit in, and we're not going to try and normalize ourselves to fit in with such a corrupt culture. It's morally corrupt, you know this. So we have to make a choice, and we choose to follow God, and we are on the Lord's side.
Yeah, I tell you, a few things jump at me when I hear what you're talking about. One of the things is the Bible says that we are ambassadors of Christ, and an ambassador. If you look at it in the natural, ambassador comes to, let's say, ambassador comes from another country here, and he's at the UN. Well, he still has his customs that he brings with him. He doesn't try to fit in with America and start walking around, looking like Americans. He very much, even more so, adheres to his own way of dress to stand apart. Even though he's in America, he's an ambassador representing his home. Well, our home is with God. So we're our kingdom. The kingdom is our home. So when we're here, we are ambassadors, and if we have that mindset, it'll keep you from that wavering that you're talking about.
That's a good analogy. Keep you from straddling that fence.
Exactly right.
And yesterday we talked about know who you are, know your identity, right? Well, you are an ambassador of Christ.
Yes.
So square your shoulders up.
Yes.
And walk proud and loud and
look like it.
Know that you are on the Lord's side. Exactly.
One thing I want to give you a tangible boots on the ground application of this that you can use right now. And it's something that I just heard from a mentor of mine, and it was something that I do pretty consistently, not 100%, and it's something I'm getting better at. And one of the ways I get better at it, well, I'll tell you that in another video. But write down your vision for yourself each day. Write it down once, and write it down with the phrasing that I am so thankful that I am a DECA millionaire who gives millions of dollars to churches every year. Or I am so thankful that I am in perfect health and vitality. But say those things, write them down each day, and as you write them down, say them out loud. But make it a habit to do that, because what that will do is it'll help you focus and keep from wavering, because it'll keep your mind programmed with where you are going. And the more that you can do that, the more that you're going to reach out towards your goal. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Wavering does not shorten the distance between where you are and where you want to go. If you want to shorten that distance and have it be a straight line, that's important that you keep from wavering. You go directly, and that's a simple little exercise you can do. Just writing down your I don't want to call them goals, because it's more than goals. Write down what you're thankful for, because you're writing in the present tense. I am so thankful that I have already achieved my goals or something better.
They're like affirmations.
It's like an affirmation. So you say that on a daily basis, and you write it. Say it out loud. Who's going to hear you saying it?
You are.
You are. And it's programming your mind.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it gets you set for success. That's all I got to say. Try it. You'll know what I mean. So with that being said, I think we're about at time. So thank you, Angie, for your debriefing.
You're welcome.
Look forward to more lessons from what you've learned.
You're welcome.
And we will talk to you tomorrow. Be blessed.